from. They are the slaves.
The lowest.
They are the.
I cannot believe this amount of traffic.
Farther back than that.
I actually had to detour down this way because there was some 20 cars trying to turn
I don't want to hear
at
this.
the traffic light. Now, with that being said, you know, like I like to take the highway home because it's a highway, it's safe, and that's the intention of a highway. I don't like to, quote unquote, cut through other people's neighborhoods or roads or communities, although I live on Wonderland Road, which is where I'm heading right now, and Wonderland Road deadheads ends at this road right here. So it's as straight as the crow can fly. It just, again, like where I can, you know, avoid going through somebody else's community and kind of cut down on the traffic issues that they're maybe dealing with, you know, as evidenced by the set of traffic lights they installed at Ilderton Road. You know, that's what I'm going to do. So, you know, you just saw that little shit SUV turn. You got this one that looked like it was an afterthought that they were actually going to turn. And then you get this guy that's turning out of here, already 3/4 of the way into the lane. So we'll see how this goes. But again, I live on Wonderland Road, so I have every right to be here as you know, the people that live on this section of Wonderland Road. It's just I like to try to not do that. I like to try to be a contributor to society instead of a taker or a virus. But that's what you get with a lot of these other people, and we've documented it I don't know how many times, that Hyde Park Road is faster than this road, the highway is faster than this road, for the people that are cutting through, is what I'm saying. You know, there's safer, faster options than this. Wow, this little white SUV is not doing anything close to the speed limit. And that's the other problem you get too, because then you get into these hills and curves and the fact that the road's not prepared very well. You can see just how bumpy it is through here. Like, it is not meant for this level and amount of traffic, but yet people just go down it every day. And then they get up to the City of London or to the set of traffic lights, and then they hang a left or right. And it's like, well, why didn't you just go to your destination in the first place, instead of zigzagging, backtracking on yourself, and going a much safer, you know, you could be going a much safer, faster route to begin with. But anyways, I digress. We'll let this play out.
He came on as a DJ, and
basically, if anybody turns left or right before they get to Fanshawe Park Road in London, then they could have been on a much faster, safer road. Jesus, man, they are going nowhere near the speed limit.
And then eventually I heard him back on, when he was syndicated, I heard him on radio out here in Phoenix, and I was so excited. And then, of course, as soon as he went to Sirius XM,
I don't know if we're going to let this be able to record this out, because like us two did not catch up to this person by going 200 over the speed limit.
Let's take a break. 833-783-7674. It's the final day of Stern Show Origins. That means it's the final day for you to call in and let us know how you discovered the Howard Stern Show. Up next, we'll get into Jeff the Drunk, Medicated Pete, and Asian Pete. It's an all whack pack segment. Segment 2, Howard 100 Watt.
Stern Show Origins.
I didn't know where that came.
Like I said, us two, wow, they're doing 63 right now. But us two did not catch up to this person by going faster than them, by exceeding the speed limit, by breaking the law, etc., etc., etc. And I'd really like to pass here, and I can. Yeah, I see traffic coming. I'm not going to even bother. Sorry. So I guess we're not going to see that one record out. But again, why you think that this is faster and safer than a road that's 10 kilometers an hour faster, or another road that's a highway, because that's what's flanking us on either side right now. everybody has the right to do what they want. I get that, but then you have Middlesex Center installing a set of traffic lights because of the amount of people that are shortcutting that have absolutely no business being here and are just absolutely beating up this road. You can hear it, you can see it, you know, and it's not flat at all. That highway, straight flat, arrow straight, you know, and Hyde Park Road is nearly completely flat and nearly completely straight. Jesus, rough road, you know, but it's not fair to these people that don't live on this road are cutting through. Why should they have to pay for it, literally and figuratively? But you see these people, they just keep piling and piling and piling on. Absolutely no business being here. And if you don't believe me, just search for Highway is faster, Wonderland is slow, Wonderland unsafe, the Wonderland accidents. Just keep looking that up and you'll see hundreds upon hundreds of videos. We were fortunate enough to make that light. Imagine if we had stayed behind that little shitbox white SUV, we'd still be back there. And getting back to that passing on a curb, that whole road is one single line, solid line. It used to have the passing lines, the broken or the dotted lines, and then they just gave up with that and they just put the solid single line. So that means you take caution and you can pass whenever you feel that it's safe. The only line that you cannot cross is that white line, and you can only cross it in an emergency. So all the people you see riding in the ditch, they're breaking the law.
How you doing?
All right, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
This is Jeff.
Jeff?
That white van or SUV just flew out of this driveway right here, which is part of the university. Like, they better get hustling because that guy's catching up. As soon as I see brake lights flash, they've now impeded and cut off that driver.
Joke, all right, quickly, come on, I hate jokes.
Now this guy can't talk fast.
Okay, these two guys.
All right, well, come on, what's wrong with you? Are you putting on a voice or are you
No,
acting?
I got in an accident 5 years ago.
You got in an accident?
5 years ago.
What happened? What happened? Like, you had a brain injury?
Yeah, I broke my back, my neck.
Oh.
Yeah, because it
I
sounds...
broke everything.
Are you like paralyzed or something?
No, just my arm is. My one arm is.
You got one of those baby arms?
No.
You ever see those guys with the
Yes.
baby arm?
Yeah, I
What's
went
that?
to school with a guy like that.
Yeah, me too. What was that?
We had a guy in our high school who had both of his arms, but his left arm just hung there, had absolutely no feeling. So if
That's like this guy.
if he was in a hurry going to class and running down the stairs and made the corner, like his arm would whip around, and people actually had to duck. It was hysterical because he had no control over it.
Right.
But
Is that what you have, dude?
Only one headlight working on that Honda Civic, and I say headlight, but I also mean daytime running light, which has been Canadian law since 1989. That headlight just didn't burn out on your drive home today, buddy.
You know, as long as you got that, you can go on.
Yeah. And what happened before the accident? You used to get a lot of girls and stuff, and now it's tough?
Not so tough.
Yeah. If you can get girls, any guy can, right?
That's right.
There you go. All right, quick your joke there, pal.
Okay, these two guys go to apply for a job.
Yeah.
And the employer...
You get a big cash settlement for this?
What? No, I got fucked.
Whoa, wait a second. Oh, wait, don't use the F word. I had to bleep that.
Oh, sorry. I got...
What kind of accident was this that causes this?
A car accident.
Come
Car
on,
accident.
light's green. Why are we slowing down?
You weren't driving.
Would you try to sue the guy driving?
We're now going nowhere near the speed limit, and the light's changing. So, yeah, it would have been pretty tough to make that light. However,
Drinking?
we are going absolutely nowhere near the speed limit, which is called impeding. And not only can you be charged once, but you can be charged by how many people you are impeding. So if you're impeding 3 like this person is, guess what? It's 3 charges at $300 or whatever it is. Just because you haven't seen it charged before doesn't mean that it isn't an offense. I know that murder is a criminal offense. I've never seen somebody charged with it. It's not labeled everywhere. I don't see it. Jesus, guy came up behind me. You know, I don't see it on every telephone pole, but I know it's an offense. So if you don't know these offenses, educate yourself, because ignorance is not an excuse and will not get you out of a ticket.
So I've decided that whichever one of you.
You know what, sir? I can't even follow this joke. No offense.
Too complicated.
It's too complicated. I'm just like, knock, knock, who's there? Do you ever decorate your arm for Christmas? All right.
I have a joke for Robin, a quick one.
All right, a quick joke for Robin. Quick.
Okay, why can't women get AIDS?
Why can't women get AIDS?
Yeah,
Why?
because they marry assholes. They don't make love to them.
All right, listen, I got to get rid of you. Goodbye. Go have a good day.
See you later, Al.
I think he used the curse word.
Oh dear.
Didn't he? Didn't he use the a-hole word?
Yes.
All right, listen, that guy has a couple of problems.
Stern Show Origins.
It's been a long time since we heard from Jeff. As you know, he gets frustrated if Howard doesn't pick up his calls, so he quits the show. But don't worry, they always come back. I think the last time Jeff quit the show was because Howard was interviewing Bruce Springsteen and didn't pick up on Jeff. Oh, the entitlement of these people. How dare you not pick up my phone call while you're talking to Bruce Springsteen? 833-783-7674. Mike in New York. Next up. What's up, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
So yeah, I first listened to Howard. I'm a retired cop. I did 22 years on the
Go.
Prior to that, I was a Marine for 4 years.
What are you
I was
waiting
a
for?
combat hero. But we could barely hear from. I was in.
There's 3 opportunities you could have got. Here's 4. I'm just gonna keep beeping. Here's the 5th. What the hell are you doing? We all could have gone. We all could have made that light. Unbelievable. There is absolutely... Jesus. That Prius was about to roll over. There is absolutely no excuse ever for that. And now here we are sitting here, and the only people that have to be responsible for their actions are us. Why aren't you going? And here he is. He's burned my opportunity to go now. Jesus, man. And that's the problem. Well, first of all, that's the problem with society, but that's the problem with roundabouts. You know, and you can plead ignorance and plead you didn't know and this, that, the other. It's like, your time to go, you go. That's it. If not, pull over, get off the road. Go a different route. Jesus, man.
Rather, quote-unquote, normal, for lack of a better word. Medicated Pete was 34 years old when he interned, and he has Tourette's, so he had these tics. And, you know, once the staff laid eyes on him, they knew Howard wouldn't get a kick out of him. So let's go back to August 2009. Here's Medicated Pete's debut.
You should meet the new intern. It's a nice guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, you definitely should meet this guy.
Why?
I'm telling you. Just take my word for it. Take my word
Sure, I'm
for
glad
it.
they're putting in this set of traffic lights. What do we got? Like 6 people that are going to use it? Whoop-de-doo. Not to mention that Franklin Way, which is the road that was to the left, is a crescent, so it has 2 entrances or 2 exits, and it only has 14 houses on it, and the houses are $5 to $6 million. Sorry, $4 to $5 million. You know, so they're big estate lots, and they're just going to go out the other way anyways. So what's the point of putting in a set of traffic lights, City of London? Oh, that's right, because the rich people wanted it. So you just said, yes, sir, how many? Okay, ma'am, no problem. And that's it. There was no thought process beyond that. So we got cabbie coming out, or what looks like a cabbie. And this SUV up here kind of darted over at the last, not the last second, but they clearly don't know where they're going, except that they're trying to cut through Aldersburg Road. I've never seen them before. It is a kind of a more common SUV, if you want to say that, but I've never seen them. Got a bit of a photographic memory. It's a bit of a curse, really. May not know everybody by name, but I know every single vehicle down here. Every single one. I've never been wrong. And if I was, it would have been documented on this channel, so just because they're turning doesn't mean that they actually live down there. Now I'm curious, because this morning we had 2 in a no parking zone and 2 in front of a fire hydrant. And I want to see if that one SUV is still there, because we will make a call before we stop this video. There's actually one just pulling into the fire hydrant right now. Oh, they're actually turning around. Okay. So that's good. But looks like we've got a new one in front of the fire hydrant. And we've got a new batch in front of the no parking sign. It says no parking from here to the road. And that clearly is a fire hydrant, you dummy. So we're gonna call before we even get out of the car here. This is not acceptable.